survive this. We got this, Esma.
I think I might. If it was me, I would have unplugged the headphones there and then. Like I saw that lineup and just gone, no.
Yeah,
I'm
DQ,
good.
same man.
Yeah,
GG's,
like,
you won,
yeah,
bro.
You win.
I don't know how you do this, but you won.
That's a character select win right there. But Adrian is a much better player than me and is able to maneuver around these sort of characters very, very easily. So have to see what we're going for here. I do believe actually locking with the PT as the anchor this time. So, of course, with also Esvee also going with the Dark Hunt as the anchor. So we are seeing what we talked about initially.
He's a mid gunner. I kind of remember Dion playing mid gunner at the beginning of old. It's an obscure character. Of course, there are. I think there are a couple or three me specialists that come to mind. I mean, Big Lord and a couple more.
Yeah.
In Europe, but of course, there's not many mid gunners out there.
No, I mean this character is definitely a rarity. You rarely see it often, but of course, you know, does have its advantage, does have certainly its disadvantages. One of which being that it's a very slow character, which Adrian is already punishing quite hard. And of course, this actually initial matchup is not fantastic for Esvee here. The fact that like this Wolf is out with the reflector and everything to deal with basically all of Esvee's moves is very, very powerful. But of course, you're not going to get a chance to really do anything as the meat gunner goes down straight into the Pac-Man here.
Yeah, only 25% on Adrian. His first stock is looking really healthy, but of course, Pac-Man is a character that can deal a lot of damage. He's got a lot of combo potential, and the Wolf has to play it safe if he wants to keep on with the lead.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to be seeing like this Pac-Man just trying to find a way through. But again, like this whole matchup actually just all of these characters, Wolf is pretty strong against. And actually, looking at the roster that Adrian has, you can see there's a running theme of the fact that two of them have got reflectors and are the two characters coming up first before we go into the anchor. Because I mean, we just get to this sort of point, yeah, where you can just keep on that reflector and just kind of wait out to see what Esvee does, because inevitably there'll be a projectile at some point.
Yeah, and then you have PT, who also has Charizard's ability to use a B and get out of like potentially difficult situations. But of course, Adrian just now playing it very, very safe. I think it's the safest I've seen any player do anything. The reflector coming up and grabbing that melon. Let's see if he's capable of doing anything. Just putting in the middle will be beneficial for him. A little bit of damage, and the up smash is not going to seal it, but 97%. This is looking really tough for Esvee.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of damage being put on the board here just from Wolf here. You haven't even dealt with like anything else yet. Of course, Adrian is just really starting to take control of this game. The apple does come down, but it's not going to be a stock just yet. The up smash attempt there from Adrian on his own, not going to be successful as Esvee lives on. But it is the down air, the tippy toes of Pac-Man that is going to take away the stock. And you dealt with one reflector, so here comes reflector part 2. Yeah,
reflector, the vengeance of the reflector is coming up. Of course, very well done by Esvee sitting out the first stock. But again, Fox has a high mobility, and it's very, very hard to catch him. And if he doesn't want, you're not going to approach. You're not going to approach as Pac-Man. But again, Fox can struggle to get him.
Yeah, this is the thing, like, especially against a opponent that really does not want to approach, this actually does become quite difficult for Fox here, and this is why we're seeing Esvee go for this slower gameplay here. Yeah, because at this point, Adrian's got to be the one to rush through, and that is exactly kind of what Esvee wants. But unfortunately, the grab attempt there is definitely where Pac-Man is often weakest, and it is going to be punished hard as the up smash takes it away. Only 1% on Adrian, so the Pac-Man really not doing much there, but we are now on the main Dras.
Yeah, fresh stock for the Fox, fresh stock as well for the Kanduo, but of course, it's 1-2, and it's very important for Esvee that he manages to get the stock as quickly as possible without reaching a high percentage, because what's coming is Adrian's main, and for now he's doing a really good job, 56% already, only 1% on his deck.
This is the thing, and of course, like already this main is doing work, like just not being touched at all. Yeah, you could see that Adrian was actually opting for a bit of a slower gameplay style where the reflector would go up, but Esvee really doesn't mind that. Actually, he's just quite happy to play the slower game if needs be.
I mean, when you're Dark and Duo main, patience is on your DNA. Patience is on your DNA. You're gonna have to play it safe. And as for now, only 16% on Esvee. This is looking really tough for Adrian, who's playing with a reflector, not managing to get anything.
this is the thing, like, you're just not really being able to use the projector to all that much use. And of course, meanwhile, like, obviously, you are able to knock back things like the can, but then Esvee just sends it right back anyway, like we saw there, and then just gets a grab attempt. Like, this Fox has not been able to actually find a way through with Esvee just running away and just pressing these projectiles out there.
That throw was a little bit complicated for Esvee is not finding the stock just yet, but it looks really healthy that control stock. As for now, Adrian has not found anything, just a little bit of racking up damage, but mostly because of Esvee letting him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's mostly been kind of, sort of punishes from Esvee, kind of going for a riskier option than it has been Adrian actually being able to rush in at all. But we are starting to see something here. That's a lot of moves chained together. Almost taking the stock as well. We went quite high up there. But it is, unfortunately, the Fox flying off to the right there. Straight here. Going to be enough. But it has certainly done enough damage on the board here that potentially the Pokemon trainer, the main, can come out and just sweep.
Yeah, that's exactly what Adrian needed, just an opening to get like 50-60%. He found it at the end of the stock, and that's very, very complicated for an Esvee that cannot land against Iverson, the upper ceiling. The first game on his favor, and is the French player who will be ahead.
Yeah, just really nice stuff there from Adrian. Again, like, being in a position where you could just go down to that main, like, we just needed the Fox to do something, just a bit of damage, and that was enough. So, we'll have to see how we go into game 2 with Esvee now being 1 game down.
It was very interesting because Esvee proposed a defensive game, and Adrian was happy to accept it, even if it wasn't working.
Yeah.
And the moment he just said, "Okay, I'm gonna be aggressive," it kind of worked out in his favor and got like 90% before he lost his stock. But it looked really bad for Adrian. So yeah, we're heading into game 2. Not a change on characters, of course.
No, we are. Unfortunately, we're seeing the return of the Palutena.
Oh yeah, true.
Our favorite character on the block, baby.
we haven't lost it yet.
We haven't lost yet. No, the Palutena still lives on every single set. Every set. That's why the Palutena.
I mean, it's a fairly easy character to play. Very good character, very fundamental based, and you can play it against anyone. And of course, Palutena has really good aerials as well, really good mobility. He has a lot of projectiles as well that can work out. So it's a character that kind of connects with anyone in a way or another.
And I do actually rate Adrian putting away the Fox as well, opting for the Palutena, because it was clear in that first game that he was struggling a little bit to deal with that Dark Cloud. Like, if it came down to the same position again, oh my god.
That is shambles. That is disastrous. And he's one stock down already.
My god, I mean, that's what Esvee needs to do to scale. Literally, take down the wolf. That immediate threat is really, really big for this second game here, because now suddenly this Palutena, which was going to be the thing I was talking about, that would be probably the most useful against the Dark Cloud, probably has the most tools to actually like get through that the Fox couldn't, has now got to actually deal with not only the Pac-Man, but also the Meat Gunner after this as well. And then potentially the thing that was probably bought for, the Dark Cloud might not even see play.
Let's see, because the Palutena is working out, and it's going well for Adrian, who's gonna have to recover, but also the Pac-Man. Let's see, the back air was takeable. Great comeback and the down, and immediately sending a message there. I've got a Palutena as well. You haven't seen it on game 1, but on game 2 is on deck. And nice equalizer by Adrian.
Yeah, no, that was really, really important for Adrian to take the stock there as early as possible, which is exactly what he did there. Now facing off against Esvee's Meat Gunner, it's going to be really important to just kind of try and overwhelm. The neutralizers are going to connect, but again, Meat Gunner has some tools to get out. He's got some tools just to zone away, which Palutena can struggle. Has got the reflector, but he's got to connect it first.
I mean, he did.
Like that?
I mean, like that, yeah. 74% already. Of course, Meat Gunner, a very obscure character. The grenade, I think the bomb is +4 on shield. I think the dash attack is broken as well. Of course, his recovery, not the best in the world. You can punish it with many characters. He doesn't have a hitbox on his recovery. But one character that if you're not aware enough, he can get stocks from you really quickly. That's going to be a back throw. That's not going to get the stock. This might be forcing him to go low. But yeah, being barely enough. That you have to DI it out. If you DI it in, you're gone. And Esvee is down on his final stock.
Yeah, of course, it is the Dark Cloud Hoe, which we know can do work. This is going to be really important for Adrian here to do as much damage as physically possible with the Palutena here, because I don't know if we necessarily want to risk going down to the anger, the main, with you know, being only a sort of a teeny amount of damage on the Duck Hunt.
That's 15%, call it 24. The back air not connected, but the upper is 44% already on the backhand. And this is not looking good for Esvee, who needs to seal this stock. The F smash is not going to need a little bit of desperation from the side of the German player, who's not able to close this stock out, and that's beneficial for the French Adrian, who's already max range for sure. 171.
I mean, this is so important now for Esvee just to take the stock away now, because that 171, that Palatine is still living, is really, really dangerous. In fact, the longer this goes on, Dras, the worse it becomes for Esvee, who's still got to go through the PT. We saw what happened in the last game. I mean, Adrian at this point really has no reason to run in, to risk anything. As we saw there, just going to go for a defensive play, going to get the grab as well. We're in triple digits now for Esvee. This is very tough.
He's searching for that back throw, not quite getting it because Esvee didn't let him. But again, we saw like 15 seconds in which Adrian was just smashing specials, just waiting for you to approach, and I'm gonna hit you with everything, and I'm gonna rack up damage. And right now, as you said, triple digits for Esvee, very complicated situation. Adrian is playing on his main character as well, so this is looking very, very bad for the German player.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see here Esvee just going for a really defensive plan here, where you just cannot run in at all. Going to see some damage there. The Frisbees are going to do some damage, but suddenly we're in the Charizard. We're in danger zone now, Dras.
Yeah, Charizard is a really big guy with a huge hurtbox that can do a lot of damage, but also can get stocks really quickly. The Absol is going to seal it. He didn't need Esvee to be at 130 to get that stock, but of course, it was more than enough to seal it, and Adrian will move on.
Yeah, that is enough for the Charizard there. I mean, like, as soon as it came out, the red flags started going, the sirens were going off, as Adrian really was just able to clutch it out with the Charizard. I mean, like, being such a big body that hits so hard as well is